Hello and welcome to another painting video. In this video I'll be painting the, for this video I'll be calling them the Freaky Fugday, so I don't get into trouble with the YouTube censors. And how freaky they are! Moonstone has such a unique and odd look which is so much fun. My favorite is Roary in this bunch, but all these models are bangers in their own right. Let me show you how I painted these weirdos. Let's begin, shall we? Before I begin, I primed and added a zenithal to the models in the same way I did with the Never-Ending Nights, but I forgot to film that for these models. After spraying the models black, I spray the models again with royal purple to create deep purple shadows. I then zenithal the models with red-gray to make all the details stand out and make the base for all the colors. Now with that out of the way, let's start painting the Freaky Fugday. The first model I'll be tackling is Heir. His costume is quite intricate, so I divided this in 3 parts. First, I paint the insides of the purple parts with dark burgundy. And I highlight these with sword-hilt burgundy. I highlight again with a mix of sword-hilt burgundy and Kislev flesh. Kislev flesh is a perfect color to lighten paints and make them less desaturated, like when you would mix them with pure white. The purple cloth gets a base coat of Zerus purple, and I layer with a mix of Zerus purple and Cultist purple. I then add white to the previous mix and highlight the cloth. Onwards with the blue parts of the costume. I paint these with Temple Guard blue, which colors nicely with this base coat. I layer on a mix of Temple Guard blue and pastel blue to the raised areas of the cloth. I then add more pastel blue to the previous mix to highlight the cloth. With a mix of red from Vallejo and Emperor's Children, I draw on vertical lines to the cloth to create a pattern. Now this part is not easy and it's time consuming, so take your time, especially in the harder to reach places. I highlight the pattern with Emperor's Children where they intersect the raised areas. And I do the same with Fulgrim Pink for the final highlight. For the final part of the costume, I paint what I want to read as white with white blue. And shade with Drakenhof Nightshade to create a blue shadow. I come back with white blue to highlight these areas. With Ochre from AK Interactive, I base coat the remaining parts of the costume. And shade these with Reichland Flesh Shade. I layer on Dirty Yellow. And highlight with a mix of Dirty Yellow and Ice Yellow. Leather is base coated with Dryad Bark. Layered with Gorthor Brown. And highlighted with Baneblade Brown. This model has some faces where normally you'd not want to have faces. Regardless, they need to be painted. I use the established base coat I already have and layer on Baneblade Brown. Then I highlight with Zandri Dust. And I highlight again with Flayed One Flesh to create a dark looking skin tone. To add some life to the model, I use a mix of red and Emperor's Children to create some rosy cheeks and add some red to the nose. I layer on Pink Horror to these parts. I highlight with Emperor's Children and add another highlight with Kislev Flesh, which I did not film. Finally, I stipple on Flayed One Flesh to highlight and create some texture. Now I'm not sure what the real face of Jerry is, but for variety's sake I'll paint the upper one differently. I first base coat his face with Sybarite Green and highlight with Gauss Blaster Green. If you think, hey, why is his face so scrunchy and weird looking? Well, that's because I had a lot of issues putting this model together and super glue got everywhere, so my copy looks a little melted, unfortunately. I shade the mask with Coelia Greenshade to add some nice turquoise shading. I bring back Gauss Blaster Green to highlight, and end with a highlight of pastel green. I then also add rosy cheeks the same way I did with the butt face. Some final details for Jerry. The Jester's hat on his staff is base coated with Incubi Darkness, layered with Dark Reaper, and highlighted with Thunderhawk Blue. All his bells are painted with Retributor Armor and highlighted with Canoptek Alloy. The arrow on his hat is painted using Iron Hand Steel. The apple is base coated with Doombull Brown. I then layer on Squig Orange on the upper parts of the apple. Then I come back in with Jokero Orange to create a smaller layer. And a final highlight of Averland Sunset to paint a juicy looking apple. Let's have a look at Roary next. I base coat his human skin tone with Moonstone skin from the Army Painter. I then layer on Barbarian flesh. Parts that have blood close to the surface get a glaze of Berserker Bloodshade. I then come in with a ruby skin to highlight the skin. And I add a final highlight of opal skin. The huge mane of Roary gets a base coat of XV88. And then a layer of Hobgrot hide. I basically dry brush this on the mane, which, because of the deep ridges, is very easy to do. I add another dry brush / highlight with Averland Sunset. And I add another one with Dirty Yellow. I keep making these highlights smaller and smaller so it gets more focused on areas where the light would hit. And I end with a final highlight of Ushabti Bone. His majestic whiskers and the flowers get a base coat of Great Hall Grey from the Army Painter. I then shade them with Targor Rage Shade. I layer on Worn Stone and highlight with Brainmatter Beige. The roots of the flowers are base coated with Army Green, layered with Olive Drab, and shaded with Coelia Greenshade. I base coat his huge horn with Cobalt Metal from the Army Painter, shaded with Non-Oil, and highlight with Canoptek Alloy, nice and easy. On to the third and biggest model of the bunch. I keep the base coat of the Zenithal and shade this with Targor Rage Shade to create my base for his purple grayish skin. I then layer on Slaanesh Grey to the raised areas. And highlight the skin with a mix of Slaanesh Grey and Kislev Flesh. Certain parts like his nose and his secondary set of ears get a shade of Reichland Fleshade, which also discolors them very nicely. I continue highlighting the skin with a mix of Slaanesh Grey and Pastel Violet. The fleshy parts get a layer of Slaanesh Grey mixed with Kislev Flesh. His purple grey skin gets a final highlight of Pastel Violet. And the fleshy parts get a final highlight of Pastel Violet mixed with Flayed 1 Flesh. His fur patches get a base coat of Stegadon Scale Green, and I then shade them with black wash from Vallejo. This is a more intense black wash than non-oil. I carefully dry brush Stegadon Scale Green back on the dirty looking fur. I layer on Thunderhawk Blue on the fur. And I end with a final highlight of Phrygian Grey to make the fur pop a little bit more. All brown leather is base coated with Steel Legion Drab and shaded with Agrax Earthshade. I layer on Steel Legion Drab to the raised areas and highlight with Baneblade Brown. For variety's sake, I paint his back cloak in a different shade, one that also fits nicely with this paint job. I base coat with Corvus Black and layer on Ashen Grey. I highlight the cloak with Mechanicus Standard Grey and add a final highlight of Dawnstone to make it pop. And here we have the Freaky Fugday. Excellent models and a great fit for the never-ending nights. If you want to know how I painted these bases, please take a look at my Neverending Nights video, where I explain how I built these bases and how I painted them. Next up, I will record a Ramblings video to talk about future projects that I'm working on, because I've got an entire new project in store, which of course will result in a new tutorial video. In the meantime, be sure to follow me on Instagram, where I show photos of current projects and behind the scenes stuff. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and thanks for watching.